Hello, 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 everyone. It's Laura here for Free Practice Friday. I'm here with my tea. I'm still drinking the ginger and garlic tea. I talked to my acupuncturist and she said, if you're going to use honey, minimize it. So no honey today. I put some in yesterday, but I'm going to try it without the honey. It smells very gingery. You can smell some of the garlic, but the ginger is the predominant smell. Doesn't taste too bad. It's really, it has a burning kind of, hot aftertaste, which is kind of the point of it, is that it's supposed to be warming. You might notice some glow that's coming up from behind me. That's the Christmas lights. Whoops, losing them here. And so this is definitely my favorite time of the year. My family doesn't really exchange gifts. We haven't for a really long time. We just kind of decided, if there's something that we find for someone, we'll get it for them. But there's no pressure to find gifts for people, which is really great. It takes a lot of pressure off the season and lowers my stress levels for sure. So that's something that I really like. But I love the Christmas lights. I love the whole idea of the Christmas season. Kind of brings me back to my childhood. I love Christmas carols. There's a radio station by me that has been playing Christmas carols nonstop since sometime well before Thanksgiving, at least a couple weeks before, if not the entire month of November. So I listen to that a lot when I'm in the car driving around. And I love the whole idea of the season. But today, what I want to talk about is abundance. So last time we talked about gratitude. It was just after U.S. Thanksgiving, and we were talking about things to be thankful for. And I've been talking about that a lot lately. I guess that's the work that I've been doing most recently. And a lot of it has to do with abundance and really just, seeing how much there is out in the world and trying to kind of view the world through a more optimistic lens, right? The glass half full rather than the glass half empty. And it's been great. It's been making me feel so much better. This is not to say that there aren't moments of sadness, there aren't moments of doubt, that there aren't what we would call negative emotions. In Chinese medicine, really the only bad emotion is a stuck emotion. So what we call negative emotions are not necessarily bad, right? Anger, for example. It's possible to have not enough anger. And so anger can motivate us. The example that I always hear used is a woman who is being abused by her husband, and she's not angry enough to get herself out of the relationship and get herself to a place of safety. So there's not enough anger there. So in Chinese medicine, they might try to do things to balance the amount of anger, right? There's so little anger that you want to bring a little bit up so that so it can motivate you. A lot of the big movements out in the world, civil rights movement, right? That came out of, in part, anger. So So there are no real bad emotions. The only bad emotions are the ones that are stuck in our body, or the ones that we're not able to express or process. I'm kind of, as they say, feeling all the feels and working on just getting those emotions out of my body, processed through, and as part of that, I'm doing this gratitude and abundance work, and with the abundance work, it's all kind of related. I do it all in the same exercise, and so it's kind of hard to differentiate between the two, because things that I'm grateful for also sometimes signify abundance. I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for nature, and I look at nature. I look out the window, and a lot of the leaves have fallen off the trees at my house, and I look at how many branches there are. There are just so many tiny little branches coming off the trees, and that to me is a sign of abundance. That's a sign that, that there's just so much that's in this world. So so I would offer that you, or suggest that you try to play around and, see where do you see abundance? I mentioned, I don't know if it was the last video or a couple videos ago, the cat poop. There was so much cat poop in the litter box, right? And some people might complain about that, but to me, I'm like, that means the cat's healthy. that means that the cat is, that everything's working the way it should. And, I mean, there's the right amount of cat poop in the litter box. It's not that there's too much. So it's balanced. But, as something that we might see as a negative, I said, wow, there's another sign. And when I realized that, I said, you know what, the signs of abundance are all over the place. And that is such a big part of what keeps us healthy is the, 51% positive and just always being a little more positive. And like I said, that doesn't mean that we can't have upsetting emotions or negative emotions or feel sad or feel upset or feel frustrated or angry or any of those things. It's not that we can't worry about things, but it's that if we do worry, we realize that in the long run, everything will turn out okay. And so that allows us to kind of push through and accept the worry and process the worry and then let us move forward rather than getting into that downward spiral of you worry and then you worry that you're worrying. Oh, I'm not supposed to be worrying. So you start worrying about that and that just adds on top of it. And it brings you really down. It can bring you into a really dark place. So, yes, sometimes we end up there, but if you have a general positive attitude, and if you can work on that 51% of happiness, right? Just slightly more happiness or slightly more positive emotion than negative emotion, then, it'll always help you get through everything that you need to get through, and it will allow you to stay healthy. Have a great week, and I will see you next week. Bye.